Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense to sit back and take it easy, fellas.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They'll tackle him at the 27.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crossing the 40. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Hand it off for a draw. Finds room at the 30. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. Just ran away from the defense.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And they've got him. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? He's hit as he throws it. The pass is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
He'll hand it off. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Ward. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, that one's picked off. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
He's past the marker and still going. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. To throw, it's Fuentes. Throws it to the right. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Here's the option play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
Quick throw, testing the middle. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 25. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Inside the 30. At the 10 now. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the extra point was up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's swarmed by the defense.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The Ducks come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Bringing pressure. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight.
Chris, 1, 2, 3 is bad enough, but 4 interceptions in one game, they have no chance of winning this game if they continue to throw the ball into coverage.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Defense is coming after him. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Scanning the field, it's Fuentes. And it's picked off in the end zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
He'll take a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball. If this one was an interception, he better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here's the second down play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. He'll hand it off. He's brought down out at the 46.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Can they convert on third down to keep this drive rolling? Quarterback keeps the football. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Looking to throw it on first down. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Oh, my gosh, he completely baits the quarterback here. The quarterback thinks he can dump it off to the running back. The defense anticipates it, steps in front of it, and goes to the house for a touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the kickoff will be returned. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick-6. Can they recover from that right now? They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. First down and 10 now. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Physical running fights off the defender. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
A nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time.
It's a highlight reel diving catch there. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. An inside give now from the shotgun. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They trap him and sack him back at the 10. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. To the air, it's Fuentes. Looking for the wideout. And he's got it. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The sack sets up 2nd down. They call the draw play here. And now the defense able to bring him down.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. The Ducks line it up with 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
Extra point try coming now. And it's good. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. When he's got some space here. On the move. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 7-point lead, 28-21. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Rifles this football to the left. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Timeout is called a Duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, all that work you put in the summer with the receivers and the quarterbacks, this is where it pays off. This is where that trust really can play out. This receiver lines up on the right side of the formation, works all the way across, and the quarterback almost can close his eyes.
There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Cannot escape, and down he goes. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
He's moving out of the pocket, and he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. Is up and no good. After the miss, still down by 7. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
And the Ohio State offense will take over first and 10.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Now it's second down here.
tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball, and almost every time they had a possession, they were putting points up on the board. Now to start this 3rd quarter, they don't convert here on 3rd down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for this here.
The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he's in the clear down the right side, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. No chance to catch it. And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now they get set to kick it away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with a touchback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
Down he goes, a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. Look at that uniform. You think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense reminds me of a group that just is all about preparation. They are completely dialed in on this play. Yeah, they give up the completion, but how about that? Nowhere to go after the catch.
The pass rush closing in. There's another interception. We're losing track. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's caught on the crossing pattern. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Here comes the point after attempt. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. Touchdown, Ohio State on the scoop and score. Potential momentum shift there. They scoop up the fumble and score.
Boy, you just got to give credit to this defender for locating the ball, getting his hands on it, and then scooping it and scoring. So often you see guys that just want to go down. This guy realized, hey, I got athletic ability. I can pick it up. I'm going to score myself.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And it's a bunch formation. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
On the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Ducks pick up enough to get a first down there.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Hit as he gets the pass away. Deep ball caught inside the 10. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
What a touchdown here by this offense. I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the men from the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw, takes the hit, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? It's a shotgun run call. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run?
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Tackle made after just a short gain.
With the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. The ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. Takes it in for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely...
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Breaking free at the 35. And they're finally able to bring him down. A big gain to wrap up the third quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And the ball is hauled in. They make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Man, if I'm this offense, Chris, I stay aggressive. I know they didn't connect there, but keep testing this defense. Keep challenging it, because if you do connect on that one, it could be a game-breaking play.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
The pocket breaking down. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
They've converted one of their 2 fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He finds the running back for a fourth down catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Strong game by this quarterback. Now they line up to kick the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. And looking to throw now on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
Solid gain moves the ball to the 48. First down play here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. And he'll set up to throw. Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. But the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The decision to go for it doesn't work out this time.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Trying to extend the play. He's got enough for the first down and still going. Powering through the defender. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this one is getting ugly. Here's the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Pressure is coming. Hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Send the back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He just runs through a man. A mismatch. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Out, 55, weak.
And here's the handoff. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Important 2nd down play coming up. Takes the toss, heads to his right. He's found some room at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job for containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. He's going to take off. Gets some space around the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did. And then he's...
Oh, a sack. The senior of this defense making a big play.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that